Challenge. Asking the questions, Siddhartha Basu.
Hello and welcome to University Challenge on BBC World. This week's teams are from the Indian Institute of Management, Kozhikode, and the National Institute of Technology, Karnataka, Surathkal. Surathkal is an idyllic outpost on the Arabian Sea, 22 kilometers north of Mangalore city. It's along National Highway 17 that links the Indian peninsula from sea to shining sea, from Kanyakumari to Mumbai. NITK was set up in 1960 and is endowed with 300 green acres. Initially a regional engineering college, NITK is now a deemed university. Apart from its internationally qualified faculty overseeing courses in 9 branches of engineering, NITK also offers a big range of sports facilities. They have clubs for flying and propulsion, visual artists, photography, music, chess, quizzing of course, and a whole lot else. Let's meet the team from NIT Karnataka.
Hi, I'm Prithviraj Mukherjee from Bangalore. I'm doing my chemical engineering. I like watching TV and solving crosswords.
Hi, I'm Ganesh from Bangalore. I'm studying chemical engineering. My hobbies include traveling and listening to music.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Bokundas from Bangalore. I'm studying mechanical engineering. My interests include movies, books, and pencil sketching.
Hi, I'm Rajat Upadhyaya from Bangalore. I'm studying computer engineering and my hobbies include crosswords and philately.
And that's the team from NIT Karnataka. From the shores of Surathkal, we move on to the hills and to the Indian Institute of Management, Kozhikode, which is set atop 2 picturesque hills at Kunamangalam. Born as recently as 1996, it's the 5th IIM and differentiates itself from the first 4 as the next generation IIM. Apart from having all the modern facilities, IIMK believes its biggest differentiator is social perspective because future managers are also made aware of their responsibility to society. The college reflects this belief physically as well as in its tactfully traditional architecture that is contoured to the land and its advanced system for harvesting rainwater. It's also the first B school to offer an interactive distance learning program. Let's meet the IIMK team.
Hi, I'm Ganesh Prasad from Chennai. I'm doing my MBA in finance. My interests are movies and crosswords.
Hello, I'm Lalit Kumar from Patna. Prior to joining IIM Kozhikode, I was working with Infosys and my hobbies include reading, writing poetry, music and tennis.
And their captain.
Hi, I am Arun Kumar Pradhan from Raurkela. I'm doing my MBA in finance and I love watching movies.
Hi, I'm Krishna Pillai from Chennai. I'm doing my MBA in finance. My interests include reading, mainly non-fiction, crosswords and chess.
And that's the team from IIM Kozhikode. Well, the viewers, and I'm sure the teams are aware of the rules, they're very simple really. Starter questions are for 10 points. Open on the buzzer to both of the teams, whoever's first on the buzzer. And then the bonus points are worth 5 points apiece. That's all there is to it. If you interrupt on a starter wrongly, you get 5 points docked off. Here we go for the first starter for 10 points. Which princely cricketer's political biography by Mario Rodriguez titled Batting for the Empire, somebody's gone for it already, it's Mukund from NITK.
Ranjit Singh ji.
Ranjit Singh ji is correct, that's right, well done. Well, that's the biography which has portrayed Ranjit Singh ji as a sly, smooth and scheming operator interested on self-preservation primarily. Right, your bonus set of questions and they are linked to titles of emperors. What title, meaning consecrated or holy, was bestowed on Octavian, the first emperor of Rome, by the Roman Senate?
Augustus.
Is right. Next question. Which word in modern usage signifying cruel and oppressive was used as a title of honor for the emperor in the Byzantium Empire?
Tyrant.
Not tyrant, it's actually despot, which is also what bishops and patriarchs of the Greek Orthodox Church were called at one point of time. So despot is the correct answer. Next bonus question. What title did the Gupta ruler Chandragupta II, who ruled from Ujjain, assume?
Vikramaditya.
Vikramaditya is correct. And so you pick up points there on your bonus and ITK. IMK, fingers on the buzzer, along with the other team as well. Here's your next starter for 10 points. By what name do we better know Kuchela, a Brahmin classmate of Sri Krishna at the ashram of sage Sandipni? Somebody's gone for it, Mukund?
Sudama.
Sudama is correct, well done. We have a set of bonus questions for you linked with a name. Which actor whose 1980 autobiography is titled My Life became the first black person to win the Lifetime Achievement Oscar in 2002?
Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier is the correct answer. 5 points. Next question. Who's the author of The Other Side of Midnight and its sequel, Memories of Midnight?
Sidney Sheldon.
Sidney Sheldon is right again. Who directed and also acted in Tootsie, a film in which Dustin Hoffman disguises himself as a woman called Dorothy Michaels? Must have an answer.
Sidney Lawrence.
Sidney Lawrence. He tried his luck because Sidney he thought was a name that was linked there. Phonetic consultation by NITK. But that's the wrong answer. The correct answer is Sidney Pollack, the film director. And so that's the end of your sort of questions on that. The next starter up for both of the teams on the buzzer. Look sharp. Here it comes. Which cold, dry wind that blows southwards across the southern coast of France from the mountains, especially in winter and spring, derives its name from the Latin for master wind? And it's Arun from IIMK.
Chinook.
It's not the Chinook. And so the question passes. Prithviraj from IITK.
El Nino.
Not El Nino. We're talking about a dry wind, not an ocean current. Neither of the teams gets it. The correct answer is Mistral. Okay. Next starter for both of the teams on the buzzer. Which treaty passed in 1997 requires industrialized countries to reduce their emissions of greenhouse gases? Yes, it's Krishna from IIMK.
Maastricht Treaty.
Not the Maastricht Treaty. I'll complete the question for the other team if one of them wants to go on the buzzer. Which treaty passed in 1997 requires industrialized countries to reduce their emissions of greenhouse gases by an average of 5.2% during the period 2008 to 2012 relative to 1990 levels? It's Mukund from NITK.
The Rio de Janeiro Treaty.
Not the Rio de Janeiro Treaty, it's the Kyoto Protocol. Okay. Next starter, open to both of the teams. Let's hope you got this one right. Which Spanish word meaning devotee of a sport, originally of bullfighting, is now used for enthusiastic admirers? It's Mukund from NITK.
Aficionado.
Aficionado is correct, that's right. Aficionado is now used as the word for enthusiastic admirers of any pastime. And here's your bonus set of questions on nuclear physics. What term taken from James Joyce's Finnegan's Wake describes up, down, charm, strange, top and bottom?
Quark.
Quarks is correct. Next question. Instead of calling them types, there are two other words which are also used to describe the varieties of quarks. One of them is color. What is the other?
Pass.
It's flavor. Next. What is formed by a combination of a quark and its anti-quark?
Neutrino.
No, it's meson, which is the correct answer. So just one bonus question answered there. Another starter, open to both of the teams on the buzzer, IMK. Look sharp, NITK, you too. It's a visual clue coming up on your screens. Which monument... Yes, which monument is depicted on this national flag? And it's Mukund from NITK, gone for it.
It's the Angkor Wat.
And it's the national flag of?
Cambodia.
Is right, well done. Now, bonus set of questions for you with visual clues on flags of nations. With colors taken from the uniforms of its soldiers during the Napoleonic Wars in the late 18th century, which country's flag is this?
Germany.
Germany is correct. Next clue and question. What symbol does the disc at the center of the South Korean flag depict?
Yin and Yang.
Right again. Next question. Adopted as the national flag in 1944 when the island gained independence from Denmark, the three colors represent the three elements of fire, ice and water. Which country's flag is this?
Iceland.
Iceland is right. Right all three times. Well done. NITK, led right from the front by Mukund, cantering ahead. IIM Kozhikode, haven't had a look into the points as well. Maybe this next question will break that jinx. Here's the next starter for both of the teams for 10 points. Which Spanish word is derived from the Latin for sixth hour and refers to an afternoon period of sleep or rest? And it's Ganesh from NITK.
Siesta.
Absolutely. Siesta is right, and that gets you 2 bonus questions. We have a set of bonus questions for you on sporting trophies. After which legendary tennis player is the trophy awarded to the women's singles winner at the French Open named?
Virginia Wade.
No, it's Suzanne Lenglen. Next. After which legendary cricketer is the trophy awarded to the side winning the test series between Australia and the West Indies named?
Frank Warren.
It's correct. Next question. Which trophy was originally called the 100 Guineas Cup when it was instituted in 1851 and was later renamed in honor of the first winner?
Ryder Cup.
No, it's the America's Cup, named after America, the first yacht to win the race for which the trophy is awarded. Now, another starter for both the teams for 10 points. What term describing a genre of filmmaking did John Grierson first use in a reference to Robert Flaherty's 1926 film Moana, set in the South Seas? Yes, it's Ganesh from NITK.
Noir. Noir.
No, that's not the correct answer. Question's going to pass. I'll repeat it for the sake of the other team. What term describing a genre of filmmaking did John Grierson first use in a reference to Robert Flaherty's 1926 film Moana, set in the South Seas, a record of a people untouched by the corruption of civilization? Yes, it's Arun from IIMK.
Documentary.
Documentary is right. Well done. And IIMK open their account and earn themselves a set of bonus questions on the Indian Railways. What is the oldest working locomotive of the Indian Railways that was built by Kitson, Thompson and Hewitson of the United Kingdom in 1855?
Fairy Queen.
Fairy Queen is correct. Well done. Which train running between Mumbai and Peshawar was nominated as the most famous express train in the British Empire in 1930 by the Times? That's a newspaper from London. Mumbai and Peshawar, you can make an informed guess.
Is it the Frontier Express?
Close, but not close enough. It's the Frontier Mail, actually. Next. What were the names of the 3 locomotives that hauled the first train from Boribandar to Thane, traversing a distance of 33.79 kilometers in 1853? No?
Pass.
You're going to pass that? Well, that was your last bonus questions. The names were Sultan, Sindh and Sahim. Those were the names of the locomotives. Now, here's another starter for both of the teams on the buzzer. Which city, founded by the British East India Company in 1639 as the company's settlement, was established by the traders Francis Day and Andrew Cogan? And it's Arun from IIM Kozhikode.
It is Madras.
Yes, that's right. Well done. Here's a set of bonus questions for you linked on the theme of Palestine. What is the Arabic word for uprising that has come to be associated with the Palestine struggle against Israel since 1987?
Intifada.
Correct. Next question. According to the Old Testament, which soldier of the Philistines was defeated by a boy from Israel?
Goliath.
Correct again. Next. How do we better know the Palestine resistance group Harkat al-Muqawama Islamiyah, Arabic for the Islamic resistance movement?
Hamas.
Hamas is right. Well done. All 3 bonus questions got correct. And so, with the last 2 starters, IIMK look back into the contest. They are now at 35, but way ahead in the lead at this halfway point of the contest is NITK with 90 points. That's the way things are at this point. We'll go in for a very short break, only to return and resume this round of University Challenge. Till then, stay with us. Welcome back to this round of University Challenge, which we are conducting and playing between NIT Karnataka and IIM Kozhikode. We've had some frenetic quizzing going on in this round, with IIM Kozhikode getting a late look in at the points and NIT Karnataka piling up the points. They are at 90 at this stage, but that lead could diminish very rapidly on a contest like University Challenge. Well, best of luck to both of the teams. Fingers on the buzzer. Here's your next starter for 10 points. What originated at Xi'an, bypassed the Takla Makan Desert, crossed Afghanistan, and went on to the Levant? Yes, it's Mukund from NIT Karnataka.
The Silk Road.
The Silk Road is correct. Well done. We have a set of bonus questions for you linked to a comedian. In 1908, who joined the Fred Carnot pantomime troupe, quickly rising to star status as the drunk in the ensemble sketch A Night in an English Music Hall?
Charlie Chaplin.
Correct. Next question. Making his debut in kid auto races at Venice, which immortal screen character, according to some historians, owes its origins to the motto of Fred Carnot? Keep it wistful, gentlemen, keep it wistful.
The Tramp.
The Little Tramp. Correct. Next question. Telling the story of a hapless factory worker who cracks under the strain of his job, which 1936 film saw the final screen appearance of the Little Tramp?
Modern Times.
Modern Times is absolutely right. I thought Prithviraj was going to smash your nose in there. All he wanted to do is give you the right answer. He was just very emphatic on his answer over there. Well, good going, Prithviraj. Good for you. Here's the next starter question, open to both of the teams on the buzzer. In the 2003 Cannes Film Festival, which feature film on high school violence in America by US director? Yes, it's Prithviraj from NITK.
The Elephant.
The Elephant is right. Well done. Mukund's nose was saved that time. Prithviraj is obviously hot on his movies. Here's a set of bonus questions to NITK on the history of Bangalore. On which Maratha general who captured the city in 1637 did Muhammad Adil Shah of Bijapur bestow Bangalore as a Jagir?
Kempegowda.
No, it's Shahaji, who was the father of Shivaji. Okay, who received Bangalore as a Jagir in 1759 from Krishna Raja Wadeyar II as a reward for services rendered?
This is Kempegowda.
No, it's not Kempegowda again. He's just trying his luck with Kempegowda. In 1759, it was Hyder Ali who received Bangalore as a Jagir. Third question on the bonus. Not too many points, not too much luck here. Which Bangalore landmark was built in 1874 to commemorate the 4th British Viceroy who was assassinated in the Andamans?
Mayo Hall.
That's right, is the right answer, after Lord Mayo. And here's another starter for both of the teams on the buzzer for 10 points. Identify this voice of a Bharat Ratna singing in praise of Mahalakshmi in the ancient rag Kuranji. Prithviraj?
MS Subbalakshmi.
MS Subbalakshmi had to be. You didn't think any of the Bharat Ratnas, other of the Bharat Ratnas sang, did you? Well, you took your chances there and you got it right. MS Subbalakshmi is the right answer. Here's a set of bonus clues for you, with clues on the soundtrack as well. This piece, Omkar and Aditalam, is set in rag Lavangi, inspired by Vedic chants. Which Carnatic vocalist created this raga? And he's singing this. The others all seem to be certain. Mukund, are you sure?
Balamurali Krishna.
You're right, 5 points. Next clue, identify the singer of the Umayalpuram school singing the Sankare Samkuru by Shama Shastri. Yes, you have an answer.
Maharajapuram Santanam.
Right again, 5 points. I want you to identify the composer of this piece, who was once Premier of Madras State. Listen to the clue.
குறையொன்றுமில்லை மறைமூர்த்தி கண்ணா குறையொன்றுமில்லை கண்ணா.
Yes, you have the answer.
C. Rajagopalachari.
Right, third time, well done. They are prancing on ahead. They are at 155 points. Are NIT Karnataka. IIM Kozhikode still at 35, but maybe something will happen with the next starter open to both of the teams for 10 points. Dedicated to British philosopher and novelist William Godwin, which horror story is subtitled The Modern Prometheus? It's Rajat.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is the correct answer. Well done. Bonus questions for you linked to a beverage. What is the term used for the Scottish national drink that comes from one distillery only?
Scotch. Whiskey. Scotch
That's what
whiskey.
it seemed to you in campus, but it's not. It's single malt whiskey, which is a kind of sort of whiskey that comes from Scotland, so no points for that one. Next, which is a single malt Scotch whiskey that was started by William Grant and his family in 1886 that is distilled, matured and bottled at its distillery?
100 Pipers.
100 Pipers, no, way off the mark. It's Glenfiddich, actually. Third question. Okay, you'll get there one day, perhaps. Which is the most widely drunk American whiskey that originated in Kentucky and is made from a mixture of maize, rye, and malted barley?
Jack Daniels.
No, it's bourbon whiskey. And that's curfew time for both of the teams. That's the contest. Sorry, IIM Kozhikode. Congratulations for the 35 points you did put together. But at 165 points, NIT Karnataka are the outright winners of this round of University Challenge. Next week, it's another first round contest, and that will be between the Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, and IIT Roorkee. Do join us for that round. Till then, it's goodbye from NIT Karnataka.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from IIM Kozhikode.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.